Tesla's Fremont factory buzzed with activity at the break of dawn. The assembly line was alive with movement, but instead of satisfaction, the workers' faces reflected exhaustion and stress. Just last weekend, a worker had collapsed from fatigue, leaving a somber impression on everyone. The whispers among the workers repeated the same grievances: long hours, low morale, and a management team indifferent to their struggles. In his central office, Elon Musk reviewed the reports. Employee satisfaction surveys showed a decline, and he knew something had to be done. But to truly understand the problem, he realized he needed to step out of his office. Reports on paper don't tell the full story, he muttered to himself. Turning to his assistant, he spoke firmly, I want to experience the factory as a worker. No one must know who I am. The assistant looked startled. Elon, this could be risky. Elon replied with determination, if things aren't right, I need to see it for myself. The next morning, Elon entered the factory dressed in simple worker's attire, carrying a worn-out backpack. His ID badge read Elliot M. The security guard gave him a quick glance and let him in. From the first hours, Elon's eyes were open to the reality of the factory floor. Assigned to the assembly line, he quickly felt the monotony and physical strain of the work. As he toiled, he began chatting with the workers around him. Diego, a young worker, muttered under his breath, this job has become inhumane. We don't even get a proper lunch break. A woman at a nearby station added, Carl yelled at someone again this morning. No one dares to complain. Everyone here lives in fear of losing their job. Listening to the workers' quiet grievances, Elon absorbed every word. The relentless pace of the assembly line only added to the workers' physical exhaustion. Even young workers like Diego seemed to be losing hope. As the day progressed, Elon encountered the man most workers seemed to fear, Carl. Carl, a supervisor overseeing the assembly line, often barked orders and demeaned the workers, draining what little morale they had. Carl approached Elon, snapping at him harshly, Elliot, what are you doing? Move faster. You don't have the luxury to be slow here. Though Elon was irritated by Carl's tone, he remained composed. But Carl didn't stop. Nobody's special in this job. If you're going to slack off, the door is right there. The fear on the workers' faces revealed how Carl's authority had created a culture of intimidation within the factory. Elon continued his shift, determined to witness the full extent of the workers' struggles. Workers were required to stand in the same position for 12-hour shifts with little acknowledgement or appreciation. Maria, a 50-year-old worker, quietly approached him and said, My back is killing me, but I'm too scared to say anything. Carl would fire me. Diego shared another concern. The machines don't work properly, but the budget for repairs keeps getting cut. Every day, we risk accidents because of these machines. Elon realized the problems weren't just operational, but stemmed from leadership failures as well. During the lunch break, Elon sat with the workers in the cafeteria. The meals were insufficient, and workers often couldn't make full use of their short breaks due to long lines. Breaking the silence, Diego turned to Elon and said, No one here matters. If Elon Musk is such a genius, why doesn't he know what's happening? Elon watched Diego's disheartened expression and remained silent. Other workers began voicing their frustrations. Low wages, burnout, and lack of respect. Elon could see that these people weren't just working. They were fighting to survive. At the end of the shift, Elon found himself in the elevator with Carl and a few other managers. Carl spoke loudly. If Elon Musk came here, he'd fire these lazy people in a heartbeat. Elon lifted his head and calmly replied, What if Elon Musk is here right now? Carl laughed dismissively. If he were here, we'd see about that, he said mockingly. Elon took off his cap and looked directly at Carl. I am Elon Musk. The elevator fell into a heavy silence. Carl's face was a mix of shock and fear. When the doors opened, Elon summoned Carl and the managers into a meeting room. Once the doors closed, Elon began speaking. I spent a few days working here as a laborer, and what I saw is unacceptable. Carl tried to explain himself, but Elon cut him off sharply. Leadership is not about tormenting your employees. These people are the foundation of Tesla's success. Disrespecting them is betraying our company's mission. Elon announced a comprehensive reform plan to address the cultural issues plaguing the factory. This ends here, he declared resolutely. The next morning, Elon gathered all the workers and managers together. Carl stood in front of the crowd. Elon addressed everyone saying, "Over the past few days, I worked alongside you. What I witnessed deeply disappointed me. This goes against Tesla's values." Carl was made to apologize to the workers publicly. Elon made it clear that mistreatment of employees would no longer be tolerated. He announced new initiatives, improved working conditions, leadership training, and systems for employee feedback. A month later, Elon returned to the factory. The atmosphere was noticeably different. Workers were more motivated, and the leadership team had become more empathetic. Elon joined Diego at his station and worked alongside him for a while. Diego smiled and asked, "Aren't you coming back as Elliot?" Elon smiled and replied, "I'll always be a part of this factory." This experience led to more than just manufacturing improvements at Tesla. It created a stronger sense of community. Elon's final words to the workers were uplifting. "Together, we can fix not just the machines but the system. Because Tesla isn't just a company, it's a vision for the future." This brings us to the end of the story. Thank you for watching until the end. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you did, don't hesitate to like the video and share it with your friends. Subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell.